Do you ever find yourself avoiding conflict? Something's coming up, you can feel kind of the eggshells happening, but you don't want to deal with it because when you've had conflict before, maybe it went awry or it was painful, and so you push it away. So today I wanted to talk about a really helpful skill that can help you to improve the experience of conflict. This comes from John Gottman. He is a marriage and family therapist, and he developed a 5-to-1 ratio. What he did in his work was he followed several couples for many years. He would originally put them into a home, record it, monitor, and then follow them. And with quite high accuracy, he was able to predict who would stay together and who would get divorced. And what he found is that the people who would stay together would have 5 positive interactions to 1 negative interaction. So, what are 5 positive interactions? Because I'm sure you know what negative interactions are, so I don't need to go into that. So, positive interactions can start with maintaining eye contact in a soft way, not like creepy like that. Probably not helpful. Sometimes when people are in conflict, they stop looking at each other. You might notice that I often watch people because I'm creepy and because I like to learn about people. And I watch them, and you can tell who's in conflict because their eyes start wandering around. Another piece that creates a positive interaction is maintaining touch if the person's comfortable with it. You also can notice that when people are in conflict, they kind of pull back and create an energy field. So maintaining touch can kind of balance that tendency because we feel really alone when we're like this, we get more defensive. Another thing is to use humor. Now, this needs to be appropriate. I've definitely bombed this many times, but humor can lighten up the tension of conflict because conflict is actually very necessary and appropriate when two people have competing needs. The point is not to avoid conflict, but to learn how to manage and express and repair conflict in a really helpful way. Another thing is just generally checking your body language, what your nonverbal expressions are doing, and try to neutralize them. You don't have to be happy, but just neutral. Now, the final is looking at what is going well in the relationship and start with that. So if you need to talk to someone, your spouse, your friends, your kids, your boss, whatever the case is start the conversation with what you appreciate about them and what you see that's actually going well within your relationship. And then you move to what the issue is. What many people do that don't do conflict well is they either do very little positive or none at all. Many people do none at all. And then they bombard the person with all the issues they've been holding in within. And that won't work, and that will ultimately destroy the relationship. So consider this next time you need to face a conflict. And if your mind says, well, they should have done that and blah, 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 that's fine. But how's your relationships working? Do you feel connected to people? Do you feel stressed out by your connections? Maybe you're doing something that is not helpful. And this can be a really helpful step to moving towards more healthy relationships and a more healthy relationship with conflict.